You are at Aesthetic Audio, your aesthetic business guide. And today we got a special guest. So I'm not gonna bother you with more information because you know what we are doing here. We are talking about procedures, brands, the all interesting aspects of aesthetic business and also the cosmetician industry. But we will hear more from Джина Брук because today she's here with us. Hello, Джина.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Джина is a global brand ambassador of one of our main brands, INTRACEUTICALS, and today she will speak more about that. But first, let me tell you, who is she? She's one of the most famous makeup artists. She's an entrepreneur. She's also a creative director and a mom. She's a nice person, but let her to introduce more.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, tell us what happened for those 13 years that you weren't in Bulgaria.
Oh, wow. So a lot has happened in 13 years. I have really centered my career around product development. I've worked with brands like L'Oreal and LVMH and Hourglass as artistic director, and I created multiple products and traveled the world with these brands. And yeah, it was just an incredible experience.
Probably everybody will ask for those celebrities that you work with. So I'm not gonna ask with whom you work with, but I'm gonna ask for one interesting story that just pop up in your mind in terms of working with celebrities.
An interesting story. Well, I can tell you it's always interesting. Whenever you're working with a celebrity, it's not what people think actually. You know, when you show up on, let's say, the night of an Oscar, you've got to get the client ready, but there's so many moving components at the same time. So you've got 1 hour to collaborate with the artist. What do they want? How do they want to look? What are they wearing? And then you've got the makeup artist, the manicurist, you've got the publicist and the manager, and you've got all the hairstylist team. Everybody is around that one person, and you've got maybe 45 minutes to an hour to really collaborate and do your best. So that's always challenging.
It sounds like a huge team.
It takes a village. It really does. I mean, people think that when celebrities show up on a red carpet, they just woke up like that, and it's not real life. I mean, there is a full team around these celebrities who basically dress them, you know, create beautiful hair and makeup, nails. Designers design dresses for them. You know, they're costume designers, and there's so many people involved.
It sounds like a really important job because you make their faces to look like really amazing. Do you have a favorite face to work on?
Yeah, I do. I actually love women who have authentic features that are not actually like perfect, more interesting, and I find that to be more beautiful. So some of my favorite faces are, I would definitely say, Cate Blanchett. Working on her face is dreamy. She is absolutely beautiful. Her cheekbones, her nose, her bone structure is just a makeup artist playground. And Anne Hathaway has a beautiful face. And so, I mean, everyone is beautiful in their own way. I mean, everyone has something special to offer, but I would say definitely Cate Blanchett.
Cate Blanchett?
Yes.
Yeah, she got really specific type of beauty, like a
Yeah.
cold beauty,
She's
like
a
those
real beauty.
distant cold beauty, but then when she smiles, she's like really sunny, and I love her also.
And she has real features, and she's beautiful.
I like her also. Okay, let's talk about a little bit more for INTRACEUTICAL. I know that you are global brand ambassador, but how it starts? Tell us more about the beginning. How you found the brand, or they found them, like...
Oh, that's a very good question. Okay, so this is quite funny. I was living between New York and Los Angeles, and I was working a lot. And suddenly, I called a friend because this is when HD started coming into play, and celebrities and models, where everyone was concerned about how they were going to look on TV, because with HD you see every detail, so the illusion is gone, right? So people were concerned about their skin. And I tried every product under the sun, like bottles that cost $1,000, $500, everything. Nothing worked. And so I called a friend who is a well-known doctor in Los Angeles. And I said, can you please help me with, do you know of any, incredible product that can really transform the skin? But I don't have 3 weeks to wait for a product to work. I need something instantly. So she said, you've got to come to my office and let me give you hyperbaric oxygen infusion. It's this new brand. It's from Australia. It's called INTRACEUTICALS. You're going to fall in love. So I thought, okay, I'm very skeptical. I'm from here. Everyone tries to sell you something and you think, well, we'll see about that.
They are all good,
They're
right?
all good, right? So I show up at her office. She actually did one side of my face, and I'm not exaggerating. This side looked like it went on vacation, and the other side looked like it stayed home.
Like a well-slept couple of hours.
This side was tighter, firmer, more hydrated. I just looked like the best version of myself. And I thought, now this is incredible, because if I can achieve this with my clients, but the real test would be when I go home. So I went home, I applied makeup, and my makeup looked incredible. It was flawless. And I thought, okay, I'm going to use this, but I've got to get in touch with the company to work with them. I've called them. No one really got back to me. And I thought, this is unbelievable. Like, I know they're in Australia, but I keep leaving messages and they say, oh, thank you so much. We're not interested. We're not looking for brand ambassadors. And look, I don't want to be your brand ambassador right now. I just need to know. I need this product. All I need you to do is train me. Train me to use the system. Give me the system. I'll pay for it. I don't care. I just want it. I will promote it like it's my own brand, but I have to have it. So they said, okay.
Chasing them.
I was
You're
literally
basically chasing them.
So I got a phone call from the owner, Anthony McMahon, and he said, how can I help you? And I said, well, you can help me by giving me the system. I need the system, but I will make a promise to you. Look, normally I get paid for things like this, but if you trust me, just give me the system, train me, and I will promote this to everyone and show you how much I believe in your brand, because I think this brand is incredible. I mean, I get products and systems of all kinds that pass my, studio on a daily basis, but never have I seen anything like this. So I knew this would change the trajectory of not only my skincare regimen, but how my clients would feel. Because as well as I do, when you look and feel beautiful, you exude that.
Nothing can stop you.
Yeah, you're in a good mood, right? So that's exactly what happened. So the first client I introduced it to at the time was Madonna. She fell in love and she's like, I've got to have this in every one of my homes. We've got to take this on tour. And we did. She was the first person to actually provide a testimonial to the brand. And then from there, it kind of like snowballed. I was approached backstage by Katy Perry, and she's like, how do you make Madonna's skin look so beautiful? I'm like, INTRACEUTICALS. And she's like, can I have an INTRACEUTICALS facial? And I'm like, absolutely. Sorry. When I got back from tour, I went to her hotel. She was in New York. I gave her a treatment. And the next day, she a knock at my door. I opened the door and there was this huge bouquet of flowers. And I thought, who could this be from, right? And there was a little note that said, thank you so much. My skin has never looked more beautiful, Katie.
Oh,
and I thought,
that's so sweet.
She's the only Katie at the time that I know, so it has to be from her.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, and so I basically promoted the product for 6 years, and I introduced it to every celebrity under the sun, and everyone loved it, from Naomi Campbell to Justin Timberlake to you name it, a bunch of A-list celebrities, and they all provided a testimonial, and the rest is history. Now they're in over 60 countries.
So Anthony should be really thankful
He
called.
Oh, he totally is. He's like the father of skincare. He's like the father to all of us. So.
But when you speak about it, I was just thinking, like, it's impossible with something that is not good enough. Like it's not working so much, it's not working so well, it's not like satisfying the needs of the customers and consumers. So in my head, the next question will be how like the good marketing and the good presenting, because we all talk about like new devices, new brands, new technology, but it's not happening till that they are not really working, but in a real environment with the real people and doing the best, like the best result they're delivering. And I know about the intraceutical therapy that they have a closed cycle. They make their consumables by themselves. They invented the technology, because on the market there are a lot of devices and product that says they are the same, but actually they can be the same because the technology is like not.
To be honest, intraceuticals is the first and the only original intraceuticals oxygen infusion. It's everybody knows that. And there are many companies that have tried to replicate this brand, but the secret is in the product. They have the lowest molecular weight of hyaluronic acid of any other brand, and it's proprietary. So many people try to copy it, but they just can't do it.
They just can't do it. Why you are here in Bulgaria for second time? Because of our medical aesthetic business forum, which will be hosted in Pravets in 2 days.
Yes.
And Gina will be our guest there, and she will explain more about the device and the product, and she will presenting it by itself, because she does that all the time. Which we are really happy about, because we can speak and we can show and tell, but if you are not really seeing at place what actually the product can do,
yes,
you can be sure, right?
That's right.
Because Katie come to ask for the Madonna skin because she saw the Madonna skin.
Yes, that's right.
It's not like you call and say, okay, I'm doing something great, come.
Yes.
So that's really amazing. Okay, tell us more about how you develop your career in terms of starting from makeup artist, going through entrepreneurship and collaboration, and end up in a creative direction.
Sure. So my career has always been centered around product development. From the beginning, before I was even a makeup artist, I studied at FIT, and I met a model who asked me to do her makeup for a photo shoot. And she's like, I love the way you do your makeup. I just want it to be clean and beautiful. And I thought, love products, and I'm a painter at heart. My mom was a painter. So I thought I could do this. It's easy. She's my friend. Why not? And I remember going to the studio, and I did the makeup, and I was like, I can't believe people get paid to do this. And I started asking her questions like, how much do artists get paid? And she's like, well, it could be, the salary could be from here to there. And I was like, what? It can't be. Like, that was what I was making all month long, and you could make that in a day? And so I did her makeup. Then 3 months later, and she kept saying, you should go to school, or you should assist someone. That's how you can really get into the business. And I was like, well, I'm a painter, and I think like it's the same thing, right? I know how to mix colors. I think it would come natural to me. So I kind of forgot about it. And then 3 months later, I get a phone call from her, and she's like, I have the most amazing news. The photographer's about to call you. He's going to book you on a campaign, a beauty campaign. And I thought, what? How could I? Now, I had no idea what goes into a shoot, so I would have never, had I known then what I know now, I would have never taken that chance. But when you're young and hungry and excited and eager to learn and grow, you're just like, I'll do whatever. And so he called me and said, I want to book you. Those photos ended up in a major magazine. And so I want to book you for a campaign. And I said, great. He's like, what is your rate? And I thought, I have no idea what to say. And so I told him, well, what is the budget? And it was, I want to say early 90s. And he said, $2,500. And I thought, what? $2,500 for a day on a campaign? That's incredible. Booked me. I did the job, and then my career just snowballed.
Yes.
And so from
It was
there,
Flying Stars.
yeah.
It was Flying Star, but
But it wasn't my passion.
that's what I was thinking. It's like you are a painter into your heart.
Yeah.
You're not like dreams to be a huge makeup artist or
Never.
a huge.
No, I never thought about it.
You know how much little girls like looking at you now and they are like, I'm going to be like Gina.
Well, that warms my heart. But you know, the truth is, like, we all have a journey in our lives.
Yes.
And sometimes we're given opportunities that lead us to where we want to go. And I have to say, I don't regret this career at all because I had the most incredible journey of anyone I know. So I kind of feel, I am grateful.
Yes.
So, and then it led me to my dream jobs.
But you should have to have the courage at the right moments to jump, right?
Always.
So this is like really something that a lot of people like missed. Like the birds come to their shoulder
Yes.
and then fly away.
Yeah, you have to take chances. You have to take risks.
Take chances and
You
risks.
can't play it safe all the time.
Yeah, of course. Because you work in America, right? It's across the ocean. Is it the same, like the beauty standards and aesthetic industry? How it's built over there? Because we speak about a little bit more before the interview, and you shared with me some trends and some
Yes.
new visions of the American women's and men's, of course. So
Sure.
what difference? Because you're flying all over the world all the time.
Yes.
So what is the difference that you actually marked and mentioned between the countries or between the continents even?
Okay, well, I mean, all women and men, they all want to look like the best version of themselves, right? But I think depending on the country, there are some inconsistencies with the vision of aesthetics. And I think with America, it definitely, you know, there are some incredible doctors that do incredible work where you don't see the work. They just look like the best version of themselves. But then you have other doctors that really transform a face to where it becomes unrecognizable. And I think that is a problem in America. I think that we're going more towards natural beauty, finally, because I don't think it's beautiful to look like, you know, an AI model. It's not beautiful. It's very inauthentic.
Yes.
Whereas I just got back from China and, you know, the women there are all about like natural, beautiful skin, minimal makeup, just a little pop of color, and it's beautiful. They really like Korea, you know, Japan, Asia, like women are really about enhancing their beauty by using products, not by injectables and fillers. And so I think that is the big difference between the countries.
And if you can choose, like, to make someone more beautiful, which device or procedure or which product you recommend, for example?
Well, that's an easy question. Okay, so this is one of the reasons it brings me back to INTRACEUTICALS because, like I said, I basically promoted the brand for 6 years. I was not on salary. The reason being is because it's a non-invasive treatment that instantly transforms the skin by hydrating, tightening, firming, lifting, and really making the person look incredible, but more like themselves, just the best version of themselves. That to me is the most beautiful. And so the reason why I use this brand is because it's consistent, it's reliable. And no matter what, I can have someone on set who has eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, acne, and I'm like, don't worry, I've got you. This is going to be amazing. You have to trust me. I've had people cry in my chair.
Oh, really?
Because they can't believe what their skin looked like after. And it's 30 minutes of transformation.
Oh, the whole procedure? It's like
45, maybe 30. You can go 45 minutes. It depends. Like you can, like I usually use this one treatment. It's called Rejuvenate. And it's like loaded with a cocktail of vitamins, AEC, green tea extract, aloe vera, and then a low molecular weight of hyaluronic acid, which makes the product so fantastic because it goes into the skin. You're delivering the serum using hyperbaric oxygen under pressure. and it's delivering the serum to the skin. So, and then it's like transforming the skin from within. And that's what I love about beauty aesthetics. It's how it should be, not changing how you look.
And I know that a lot of doctors and cosmeticians, beauticians, they use the therapy before and after. Some of the a little bit more invasive or non-invasive, but a little bit more aggressive, let's say, treatment on the skin.
Yes. So what's great about this treatment, the intraceuticals oxygen infusion, is that it can be used before treatment, because think about it. There could be any brand, and that is amazing, right? But it basically sits on the skin because the skin is designed to keep things out, right? So then you have a brand like Intraceuticals, where it's like prepping the skin before they go to the dermatologist's office or the surgeon's office. And the minute they walk in the door, their skin is hydrated, it's firmer, it's flexible, right? So it's prepped for any treatment that they're about to do. But also it works in sync with any treatment. It could be IPLs, microdermabrasions, LED. I mean, the list goes on. And so the after treatment, let's say you have a more invasive surgery, well, that's okay, because then Intraceuticals oxygen infusion
helps you recovery,
and it calms, it soothes the skin. It's perfect. People love it even more because after they come out of surgery, they're so worried about putting anything on their face.
Of course.
And this just helps them heal.
Yes, of course. This is really important, because a lot of the patients, they expecting the best results of their procedure, especially when they are like expensive, like a micro sound waves, or for example, any kind of lasers or micro needling, right?
Yes.
And then because you are like feeling insecure, and then after the procedure, your face can turn a little bit red or something. And then I saw the customers that gets in the dermatology office and then go out and they're like, oh my God, but this calms my skin so well.
That's right.
Like they're like really surprised in a good way.
Yes.
From the results.
Exactly. And I've never had anyone complain or had an adverse reaction. It is the most reliable tool in my kit.
Oh, that's awesome. So if Gina says that it's the most reliable, probably it is.
It is.
I want to ask in terms of 10 years. Like, for example, if we imagine that we are like in 2036, what's going on with the beauty standards? Where are they, in your opinion, by your examples and by your previous experience?
I would say regenerative aesthetics is where we're going. It's to restore vitality in the skin. Think exosomes. That's exactly where it's going, because it's more about helping the skin do its job, right? Sending those messages and those signals to the skin so that it works from within rather than masking an imperfection.
Yes. This is really like also a trend with the longevity and this kind of, let's say, supplements that all people use in terms of keep their appearance fresh.
Yeah.
Not like by makeup but by keeping your body strong for a longer period.
You have to be careful with supplements you're using, because, I mean, the EU and the UK have much more, their guidelines are strict.
Yes.
But in America, they're not as strict.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I think in the UK, the guidelines are, there's like 1,600 ingredients that you can't use in products. And in America, it's only 11. So
like one.
That's right.
Of it.
And so what's interesting is that, and that's why, for years, I've always felt better buying products that were outside the country, because I know that those rules are more, strict. But what I find is there are some incredible brands in America that care a lot about ingredients. They care about sustainability. They care about how it's going to affect people's skin. And they really have a very high standard of integrity in terms of product development, and it's transformed exponentially.
If you can wish
Yes.
something to all the women that today listening and all of our customers and the doctors and the beauticians in the salons, what it would be?
Okay. So what I like to tell every woman and man, that when you want to enhance your beauty, you need to really look in the mirror and not focus on the imperfections, but focus on the features that you love most about yourself. Because when I find that when I create a look for someone and it becomes, in every magazine and people are talking about it, it's because I focused on the face and I focused on their best feature. And we all have it. It could be your eyes, your lashes, your brows, your skin, your lips, but we all have something. So everyone needs to look in the mirror objectively and say, I love my skin. And when you love your skin, you enhance it and it comes all about your skin. Or I love my eyes. I've got gorgeous eyelashes. You make it all about eyelashes and the skin. And that's how you create the best version of yourself.
Yes, I think that it's a really nice wish. So guys, I hope you enjoy the talk today as much as I enjoyed to talk to Gina.
Thank you so much.
I hope you listen and learn a lot of interesting new facts, and we will see you in the next episode of Aesthetic Audio.